Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride, everybody.
Estamos en el tren.
I'm going to be pointing at stuff and telling you what it is.
A tour.
That's my part of this thing. So long, Amir. Don't wait up. And the Universal Studios tour is happening to you.
Aquí vamos en
And we
el tren
always
de
start our tours
Universal
with a
Studios.
word from a
Bueno,
special
vamos a
guest
empezar
host.
a
The special guest
enseñar lo
host
que
is from
vamos.
The Tonight Show,
Vamos.
starring Jimmy Fallon. If you guessed that it's Jimmy Fallon, you are right. And here he is.
No le voy a tomar, ignoren el
Welcome to
video.
the Universal Studio Tour. I'm Jimmy Fallon. I'll be making sure you get through this experience in one piece. You've got the very best guide.
Chip!
And the greatest drive.
Lewis!
You're the best. I love it. Even though
Chip!
only $5. You guys are excited to get on the tour, but first, a few safety rules.
He's never getting that $5. That's the first thing you're going to learn on the tour. The next thing are the safety rules. We want you to have a great time, but we want you to be safe. So bear with me while I recite from memory the safety rules. First, if you need guest assistance, or if you have a medical emergency, or if you drop something of value off the side of the tram, all you got to do is panic. No, that's not true. All you got to do is reach up and grab that red emergency cord that runs right down the middle of these trams. If you pull that cord, Lewis will find a safe place to stop, and we will assist you with whatever your emergency might be. Otherwise, please remain seated during the entire tour. Keep your arms and legs in the vehicle at all times. The studio is private property, so if you do drop your phone or you just can't wait to use the restroom, just pull the cord and we will help you out. Please, no smoking of any kind during the tour. And be prepared, the tour features loud noises, sudden tram movements, there's fire effects, there's water effects. You're going to want to have your cameras out for pictures. Just keep a tight hold on them and watch out they don't get wet. And for your safety and the safety of those around you, please do not use selfie sticks while you're on board. And just be kind to each other and we're all going to get out of this thing all right. Well, there's the fire station over on the right side. Missing a couple of trucks right now. Hopefully there's nothing bad happening. But if it is, those are the guys you want on the job. Fire Station 51 has been a part of this movie studio ever since this place opened on March 15th of 1915. And here's what it looked like back then. That's opening day. Everybody had nice hats. And that guy with his hat in the air right now is Carl Laemmle. That is the founder of Universal Studios. This whole place was his big dream. He wanted to create a city entirely dedicated to making movies. And that is just what he did. And today it's the oldest working movie studio in the world. And the first part of it you'll see today is on your left. That is the largest and oldest soundstage at Universal. That is stage number 12. It says The Voice on the side. And we do make the singing competition The Voice here. But it no longer films on stage 12. But here's some things that have over the years. Stage 12 was home to Frankenstein's Lab, Dracula's Castle. Scarface's mansion was in there. Old Doc Brown up on the clock tower, the Welcome Center from Jurassic Park, and many, many other things. That stage has been there since 1929, so you can imagine there's been many productions in it over the years. And most of these you see were built around that same time, so they all have decades and decades of production history around them. You can see what an empty one looks like on the inside there on your screens.
Aquí donde se hacen las películas de Hollywood son los
It's parked out in front of these stages because this is where they make a show called Saved by the Bell.
donde se filman
It's
las
a reboot
películas.
of the 90s television
Ahí
show.
puede estar una
And they
estrella.
also use stage 21 you'll see on your left side coming up next. All the trailers and stuff you see over here, this is the base campers for Saved by the Bell. It's dressing rooms for the actors, the hair and makeup trailers right there. Usually they've got wardrobe and catering and bathrooms and lighting and props. Everything that they need for the production ends up in the base camp in front of the soundstage. And it's all pretty mobile too, so when they need to go and film on location, all they got to do is hook that stuff up to trucks, and then off they go for the day. Now, Universal was strictly a movie studio from 1915 all the way to the 1960s. And in the 60s, they started making television shows here too, and they became one of the #1 producers of television for all the big networks. And now that NBC is part of Universal, they still make lots and lots of TV shows around here. The stages we're about to pass on your right side are home to some legendary television shows like The Jeffersons, Different Strokes, One Day at a Time, Coach, Parenthood. More recently, shows like The Good Place and Mr. Mayor, which is still filming here. So many a classic comedy is filmed here, but currently, stages 43 and 44, where you're going to see the Minions out in the front of them. This is where they're filming a show called Good Girls. Good Girls is in its 4th season right now. It stars Christina Hendricks, Retta, and Mae Whitman. It's about 3 single mothers that rob a bank to make ends meet and spiral deeper into a life of crime. Stage 44 is where they have the interiors for all the main characters' houses. Oh, there's Ted on the left over there. They're working on a new Ted TV show, too. If you've never seen Good Girls, you'll see a poster for it over here after the Boss Baby poster on the right. These posters on your right side are on the side of the Bud Westmore building. Bud Westmore was a legendary makeup artist. This building that's named after him is where they construct all the sets for the shows that film here. And now on your left side, there's a bungalow here that belongs to 7 Bucks Productions currently. That's Dwayne Johnson's production company. They're producing his show, The Young Rock, here. They just got a 2nd season, so he's going to be around for a while. All of the production bungalows are where all the pre-production work takes place. Everything that needs to happen before filming can start. They used to be dressing rooms for the stars, and the very last bungalow, you'll see the silhouette of Alfred Hitchcock next to the front door on your left. That was the legendary director, Hitchcock's bungalow, back in the 60s. Today it's home to the De Laurentiis production company. They're working on turning Stephen King's book Firestarter into a movie. Now, these are our 2 newest sound stages on the left side here. They've got a much more modern appearance to them than the ones we've been passing so far. Most of those stages were built in the 1930s. These ones are about 3 years old at this point, and when they were completed, they were named the Will and Grace sound stages, after the Emmy Award-winning show Will and Grace that films inside of them. They're more state-of-the-art as far as their soundproofing and other equipment goes. You don't get a base camp in front of this one. They've got all the dressing rooms and production offices attached right to the front of the sound stages. Will and Grace completed its final season, so currently the show filming on these stages is Kenan. You might know Kenan Thompson from Saturday Night Live, so this is where he's filming his newest sitcom, but he also shares this stage with America's Got Talent. They do their competition rounds here, and
Bueno, aquí voy a
Dance,
despedir este
Jennifer
video.
Lopez's show. The very first production to ever use the
Nos
new
vemos en
stages
un
was the
próximo. Hasta
live
pronto.
musical version of Hair.